Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp.
That's right. We all know that life can be quite overwhelming sometimes. And for us, I mean, in the jobs we do, it's very 24/7. And we've experienced burnout quite a lot. And I'm sure a lot of you at home experience burnout. If you don't know any of the symptoms of burnout, I can give you some there. Lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, detachment, fatigue, and more.
Now, we associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feel burned out, and BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Mental health is obviously very important. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life.
Mate, I know a lot of people as well. The thing I like about BetterHelp is that essentially it's online therapy. You know, you can speak to someone on your phone or on your computer online. You don't even have to leave your room, because I know a lot of people struggle with booking somewhere and going to actually leave the house and do the therapy.
Yeah.
So with BetterHelp, you can do it online from the comfort of your home. And not only that, it's also more affordable.
Yeah.
It is cheaper. So for you lot listening at home, we have a little offer for you. Okay, to get 10% off, go to betterhelp.com/pitch. That is betterhelp.com/pitch for 10% off.
And you'll be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Back on with the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy. Did you watch the Australian-Costa Rica penalty shootout?
I saw the highlights.
Yeah. What do you think of Mr. Redmayne? The impressive goalie.
Oh, g'day, mate.
Right.
No, I thought it was utterly outrageous what he did.
How many penalties did you save? Was it two?
I think if a footballer can stop in a penalty or do a hip,
Yeah, but they're not meant to. But when someone like digs in a penalty spot, everyone looks at them and thinks you're unsporting. He threw away the bottle. He had his bottle. Is that right? He had his bottle with all like the info and stuff.
Yeah.
He just launched the Costa Rican goalkeeper's bottle into the crowd.
Well, no, it wasn't Costa Rica, was it? It was Peru.
Peru.
Sorry.
Yeah.
New Zealand played
Peru.
Costa Rica, and then Australia played Peru.
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree with what he did? Would you do
the
it?
movements or the throwing of the ball?
Both.
Movements is fine.
Movements is fine. I think
don't
movements is
mind
fine,
that.
yeah.
I've been in football for a long time. Throwing of the bottle.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a dickhead
Did
thing to do.
he came on for the shootout, right?
Did he?
I swear he was subbed on for the shootout. He was like full Kepa.
So they did Kepa, but he actually came through.
Yeah. We should double check that.
We don't double check anything. For this. we don't need to
Go with the
fact-
flow.
Oh, we're
with the
actually
flow.
rolling, but
Go with the flow.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pitch Sides.
Whoop.
Yeah,
Customary whoop whoop.
Customary whoop whoop.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's the hottest day in.
It might be too hot.
It might be. Nice.
That's good.
We are joined by the delightful Mr. Zac Djellab. How are you?
Thank you for having me, lads. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Very, very good. I appreciate you inviting me on.
Yeah, we recently had Rory, and there's been some controversial opinions.
He has a lot of them.
Yeah, so it'd be
But I think
a different person on the Chelsea spectrum. You know?
I'm very calm normally. Yeah,
I like the majority of Rory's thing. I think what he comes out with is delightful. A lot
You
of the
are
time.
two very opinionated people that will die on the sword.
There was one.
Rory Southgate one annoyed me recently.
Yeah, his tweet. He put a tweet out about Southgate, doesn't he? Can we?
Yeah. What do you? Out of interest, what do you guys think of the current England situation now? 6 hours without, I think, is an open play goal.
Yeah.
Well, you put a tweet out as well.
Oh, I got a lot of stick.
You tweeted, "It's the Nation League, guys.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. No one cares."
Well, it's true because France have been god awful as well, right?
You remember Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best players in the world, was like, "That is just a glorified friendly." Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing, making us
But
play
they got
so
beat.
many games?
Belgium got beat, right?
Bro, no one cares about Nations League.
Yeah,
I
this is
not even watched a single game.
The thing I will appreciate is like for fans that are going to these games and paying the money. To
Yeah,
go to, I
yeah.
can understand like you don't want to just see an England performance where
Yeah.
they just don't care and they're not putting their heart and soul into it. But also at the same time, like these guys have played. Some of these have played like 60 matches in the season.
Yeah.
Like the idea of
Give
like,
them a
just
break.
doing another one, and also it's an England squad that realistically probably isn't going to be featuring that heavily in the World Cup. Like
Yeah, it's true.
Ramsdale
It's true.
probably isn't going to be in goal. It'll be Pickford and so on and so forth. Like so the way people were talking about it, I was kind of just like, oh, it's not that deep. It's not.
What's your opinion on? I think KDB or someone has said about how they're playing too many games and they're not getting time off, and then someone goes, "Hang on a minute, you're getting paid 400k a week. Why can you not play these games?"
I mean, I can
But they're not getting paid.
understand
They're
it.
not getting paid in the off season, are they? Surely.
Of course they are.
Football. I don't know how it works.
They're
Because also,
obviously out.
I don't.
So they get the 400k a week even
Yes.
after the season's ended.
Yes, every
But it
month.
Yeah, but
depends
that's
how they
like
do
you
it.
going on holiday and then
But you get holiday pay, right? When you go on holiday.
Of course they get paid during the summer.
I think that's the
What do you think?
It also just depends on the contract, right? Like, I don't think when they sit there, they go, I want 400k a week. They'll go, I want 12 million in a year.
So, exactly.
And then when everyone like splits it
You're
down,
telling me,
So,
you
but
think
what I meant
Man
is-
City during July just go, sorry, lads.
I didn't.
No, that's exactly what you thought happened.
No, because it makes more sense that they get a yearly salary, right?
No,
Rather
they
than
get
a
paid
weekly
monthly.
wage.
They'll get paid monthly. I assume subject.
No,
It'll probably be
I
up
think
to the player.
they get paid weekly.
Really?
I swear to God, they get paid weekly.
It'll probably be up to the player.
Because at McDonald's, I got paid bi-weekly. Who gets paid every 2 weeks? I don't know. Why would they do that?
I did when I was a waiter. I got paid every 2 weeks.
Some people get paid every day.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But to say that they don't get paid during the summer is very stupid.
no, or maybe
because they are
maybe
training.
just like a reduced amount because they're not currently.
No,
they're not training.
mate, Sheikh Mansour is not going to be going. We're going to reduce your wage by 30% in July.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Haaland. You've signed for us, but fuck me, you're not getting paid your full wage.
Yeah.
They're doing media. They're doing appearances. They're doing training. They got a trainer.
They still represent the club.
Yeah,
as well when they're
all
on
right.
holiday.
You moron.
It'll be like weekly.
That is moronic behaviour from you.
right.
He's got you there. He's
has
dug
got
you
me
out
there.
proper.
But
We've
Nations
got Scotland tomorrow, right?
Who has?
England.
See, this is my point.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Every time England have played this week in the Nations League, I had not a clue. What is the Nations League?
I haven't watched a single minute, by the way.
No, I tend also as well, like during this part, the season's finished, like especially when you work in football, you watch so much football, you're doing so much stuff involved in football, and it gets to these times, it's like, well, this doesn't really matter. I'm not going to
A bit of
bothered to watch
downtime.
it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and also again, he's trialing stuff like if he wants to try 4 at the back or go to 3 at the back or put Bellingham there and this, and so I'm happy with him trialing it as long as it then gets to the World Cup and he's found his games. Obviously, England not scoring in 6 hours isn't great. But I mean, there's people that were like sack him and all this. This is a guy that came in 2018 with no expectations, got us to the semi-finals, then the Euros to the finals, and I think like worst comes to worst, he deserves the World Cup later this year.
I think he's done it. I honestly think Gareth Southgate is doing a fantastic job.
I agree.
at
100%.
England.
100% agree.
And what? Just because he's experimenting in some dead ting games, fam. Do you know what I mean? Rory tweeted.
Before you say that, the most appropriate comparison is, like when you think of preseason friendlies, you've got like Man United, and they go, fucking hell, we're winning the league, boys.
Yeah.
And they've just slapped like Real Madrid C team, like 14-0, and they go, Lingard scored 4 times.
Yeah.
We are winning the Premier League. And then
They
it
get
rolls
a
on to
shape.
the season. Yeah.
Or it's the other way, where like Boreham Wood have somehow managed a 1-1 draw against Arsenal.
yeah.
When you look at the lineups,
Yeah.
just want to just take it. They're just experimenting. They're just
Exactly.
letting players play who don't get the minutes. But I think honestly, bring back friendlies. Who doesn't love a little friendly game?
It's basically what they are, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think this is it. Like it's not that deep. And if you went to the game, sorry.
Is there
like,
a climax to the tournament next summer? Then is that how it works?
there will be a final. There is a final eventually.
Oh, there
I
is.
can't remember when I can't remember when for the life of me.
It was
when
Switzerland.
but it
Was
will
it
be.
Switzerland, Portugal?
The one I remember. The one that
Just
I remember
gone?
was when we got to the final and we lost to the Netherlands.
Oh, is that the?
Wait, England got to the final.
Of a Nations League, or it was like a
When?
semi-final, a
was
few
it
years ago. Like,
Yeah.
How long has this Nation League been going on for?
3 years now. Like, but it's just no one cares. Like, no one pays it that much attention.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not like it's not.
Yeah,
it
if
doesn't
honestly,
matter that much.
if you know this competition inside out,
Fair play to
you
you.
watch too much football.
Honestly, I was with Jordan Henderson the other day, and I had no idea
All right.
England were playing.
Yeah.
England were playing at the time. I don't think he had any idea. I don't
He
think
wasn't playing.
He was just in London.
Jordan, you're international.
Gareth,
Have you called him out?
No, he's obviously not in the squad, right? But Rory tweeted, Rory, I can't lie, but you've had a stinker here, mate. I can't lie.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. That's the beauty of it. He don't care.
doesn't.
He's triggered me. Southgate is a coward, truly woeful, tactically inept, and so blatantly out of his depth, wasting one of the most gifted crops of players we have ever had on a manager
mate.
who lacks even a semblance of bravery and tactical nous, needs to do the right thing in his country. And what?
That's so
His
harsh,
skin's,
man.
mate,
This is
it's
his manager
just,
as well.
It's bollocks, though, isn't
It's
it?
got us further than any manager since '66.
Tweet this, Rory, when we're in the final of the World Cup.
Exactly. And we're
against-
loving it. We're
yeah.
loving it. And this is the thing as well. This is a manager as well who's like spent so long like with these players, developing them.
Yeah.
Like half the reason like he gets on so well with them is he spent time with them in the under 21 group and all this, and like Mason Mount and like Saka, like he's more than happy to give them. Saka at 19 started the Euros final. Like would Sam Allardyce have done that? Who was the manager before
and played brilliantly as well.
Exactly. Yeah, he's fantastic, man. Like I think he gets overly criticised, and I actually think when he does eventually leave, because I probably think this is his last tournament. Because he said before, like he doesn't want to overstay his welcome. I think once that happens,
do you think he carries on if he wins the World Cup?
I think whatever happens.
Oh, really?
Because if you win it, like
great,
go out on a high. If you do really badly, go out. And if you do okay.
3 major tournaments is quite a lot for an international manager.
And to have built like a good amount of respect for yourself. Like when he first got the job, people were like, oh,
yeah,
no.
they were.
And obviously there was the whole Allardyce thing where they were like, what's happened here? Like, all this kind of stuff. And then, he's got to a point now where people like highly respect him. Like what he does after, whether he goes into club football, whether he goes into the FA or whatever.
I think he'll do that.
Question. I think so as well. I don't know whether Gareth Southgate would want to be a club manager unless it's like a top 6 one. And even then, like other top 6 going to be really looking at someone like Gareth Southgate when people like... Thomas Tuchel could be available, or Pochettino's available right now, are about. So but overall, like he's a legend in my eyes.
Who would replace him after the World Cup? Do you think?
I mean, with the way England are going, there's this young side that are developing. Like I think it's got to be a young manager who's developing.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe's all right. He's all right. Like I think he's doing a good job.
He's got a good project already.
Well.
Yeah.
He's going to Champions
I was
League.
thinking maybe even like Graham Potter. Like
Graham Potter. I think that's
unbelievable.
general consensus of preferred.
But
manager.
would he like want to go into club football when he may be ready for maybe a top 6 job?
It's
like,
true.
We'll say something went tits up with Spurs or Arsenal or Chelsea, and like they were looking for another manager to build a project. Graham Potter would be a fantastic.
International football is so different to club football. Yeah. Like it's not as 24/7 as club management.
You don't get the players for that long. You get them for a couple of weeks and then they're gone again. So you've got to get someone that can build a rapport really quickly with them, which is why Southgate's so good because he knows them for so long. So it's tough. I mean, we'll have to come to that next year, I guess, if he's still there or not.
So you mentioned Tuchel just a second ago.
Thomas.
You are a Chelsea fan.
For my sins.
Yeah, for those people that don't know you personally. What's the current situation at Chelsea from a Chelsea fan standpoint?
We've got Ted Lasso in charge.
No, we don't have Ted Lasso in charge. No, we don't. We have an experienced businessman in charge. Look.
Are you excited for the future, or is it...
It's tough. Like you go from a club that can essentially buy whoever they want to a club that now have to be a bit more careful with what they're doing. Like we can't go and do a Romelu Lukaku or a Kepa Arrizabalaga every summer, and then if it fails, go, I don't matter, go get this guy. Buy this guy. We've got to be smart with our signings, which to a degree is probably more fun, not mostly more fun, but more, you just have to be smarter with it, and maybe means that like your signings are a bit more exciting per se. Like you're not going for the big names every time, maybe trying to do the Liverpool approach of really like analysing and trying to get it right, but that's not easy to do, like the Moneyball approach per se. So that's going to be interesting. And then like when you look at the way the squad is at the moment, like losing Antonio Rudiger is like a really, really big loss.
He was your solid, him and Thiago Silva's getting on.
Exactly. He's
he is getting
38. On. Like he continues to impress every single time. And then you've got like our centre-back situation is really bad, especially if we continue with a 3 at the back formation. We've then at the moment got Chalobah, Sarr, Ampadu's come back from loan, but whether he's going to be starting is a question. Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta, and even Azpilicueta might leave to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And so you're then looking at you go, okay, Levi Colwill had a fantastic year in the Championship. Maybe a Premier League loan is better for him so he can get minutes, but I wouldn't mind him kind of playing for Chelsea this season as well. Jules Koundé is meant to be joining, but we probably still need another one.
That would be a very good signing.
Then you're looking at like midfield. Chelsea probably need another midfielder. Kante's getting on. Jorginho's getting on. Like Conor Gallagher's come in, but like he's not really going to be playing centre mid, you'd think.
Do you not think?
I think Conor Gallagher, you want him slightly further up.
8.
Like Chelsea need like another DM, and Conor Gallagher's not going to be playing DM.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is where people talk about Declan Rice. Like Declan Rice isn't going to be getting bought this summer. As much as I would love him to come to Chelsea, I'd be over the moon for it. But like he's got such a long contract, and West Ham aren't going to accept anything over £100 million. And Chelsea
but do you not think Rice is fighting for the same spot as Gallagher then?
No.
So you'd play Rice as a...
I'd play Rice as
as
a
six,
DM, yeah, as a
pretty
6
much.
essentially. Like the way he's come on like over the past couple of seasons is ridiculous. Like he's just dominating midfields in the Premier League. Like he's one of the best midfielders in the world.
Agreed.
23.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. And every single year he's just getting better and better, which is what you want to see in young players.
Yeah.
And then you get to the forward situation. Like Chelsea for the past 2-3 seasons can't fucking score goals.
Yeah.
Like forever. Like
You got the number 9 curse. It's the number 9 curse.
In the past 15 years, I was thinking about this a couple of days ago. Chelsea have had a success in Drogba and Diego Costa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The list of
Morata
your
didn't
failed
go
number
well.
9s is insane.
Alexandre Pato didn't go. Eto'o was all right, actually. Eto'o wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But it's rough. But then I sit there and I'm like, okay, I don't think Chelsea actually need to go and buy another striker.
Well,
They've got Kai Havertz there just playing through the middle. He's so
Lukaku
good.
is leaving this summer.
By the looks of it, yeah. By the
He
looks
is
of it,
going
yeah.
back to Inter, apparently.
Yeah, whether it's
If
a
they let him,
loan or
yeah.
it's an option to buy, like supposedly
Kneeling at the
meant to be,
gates.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, begging.
What's your relationship like with Lukaku? Do you like him, or is he a bit of a tosser? What he did to you?
You're quite close to a fair few players as well, right?
Yeah,
You do quite a lot of
I'm
work
not best mates with them,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
obviously with what I do, like I speak to them a lot. I get on with them really well. Like even when I met, like, I was there for Lukaku's. Like I did the first interview with him.
Really?
Yeah, and he was lovely, man. He was so good, like such a nice guy. I remember coming away being like, this guy's like he loves the club, and he really did. That's how it felt. Like he was sitting there telling me about how like when he first came here, he was sitting in those seats and all this. But it's just. I think it's a thing that's like we've not used him maybe the way he should be used. Like I think sometimes people look at Lukaku and go, he's a big guy, he's a target man. Where actually that's not how I think he
Yeah.
plays. He's a guy that runs in behind and all this kind of stuff. And we maybe weren't necessarily playing to his strengths. And with like I think he's left his agent now as well. So I think that there was parties involved too with that. So overall, I just think it's a transfer that's just not worked out, sadly, and it was built up because it was built up to be this fairy tale, like
His return.
the
Yeah,
return
yeah.
of the king. Like he's like Chelsea needed a goal scorer, they've gone and spent 100 million to get him back to the bridge. All this stuff, him talking about how much he loved Didier Drogba, and he does, like he legitimately does. And so yeah, it's sad. Like it. I look at it with more like I look at it less with anger and more like sadness that like this is a transfer that could have been so good and should have been so good. But hasn't worked out. Like it's again annoying. Like it's another one where you go like, it didn't like Chelsea's another striker didn't work
9.
out. And like especially in the summer before, I was like, do we really need to sell Tammy Abraham? Like I quite like Tammy Abraham, and now look what he's gone to do.
Yeah.
Like, kill it.
Is that just the league though, or?
I think Tammy Abraham's a really good striker. Like at 22,
Yeah, I'm not discrediting either
No,
Lukaku
for sure.
or.
Serie A's a slower league.
Yeah.
So like for guys like Tammy Abraham and Lukaku who are quicker and are willing to play in behind, like you can benefit from that. Like you're up against maybe slower defenders, older defenders as well, and in general, just the league is slower, so you can do better. But also like in his first season at Chelsea, when again the whole like transfer ban thing had happened and Frank Lampard was first there, he scored 15 Premier League goals in his first season,
Solid,
which
yeah.
was solid. And then
Yeah.
the next season, things happened and he wasn't starting. And like I understand why he left. Fair play to him. But I look at it and I'm like, well, did we have to go and spend 100 million when we had someone like that there who personally has shown everyone that he's a fantastic striker this season?
Is that a little bit of a Chelsea curse in that sense though, that you always think the grass is greener by getting bigger players? Whereas,
I think that
'cause
was maybe
it's happened with like
Roman.
yeah, because it's happened with Gahey.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Well, Gallagher's obviously coming back.
Tomori.
But yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Bukayo.
he won Serie A.
Yeah, he did, and he's fantastic. Like I watched Tomori a bunch of times and thought that this is a fantastic centre back. I don't know what happened behind the scenes with him, and maybe whether he fell out with anyone or whatever happened, but he wanted minutes. AC Milan wanted a centre back, and it was the perfect situation for him. I think it's been a bit of a mix because obviously with the contract situation with certain players like Rudiger, like when Lampard was there, like that's when people weren't too sure whether Lampard wanted to keep Rudiger, and then obviously Thomas Tuchel came in and he won the Champions League, but then there was only a year left to get a new deal, and then the Roman Abramovich thing happened when you could try and sort out a new deal. So it's basically been like a really bad, unfortunate number of events that have basically allowed a situation like this to happen. But then at the same time, like you do look at Mark Gahey and you go like, well, he was the best centre back in the Championship the year before. Everyone kind of knew that he was going to be fantastic. Like he'd been unbelievable for Swansea, and he's gone and shown it. Like surely there should have been some thinking there, but I don't know. Sometimes I think it's just like a bit of luck, and I also think sometimes Chelsea do get a little bit caught up with the let's go and make the big signing who's been fantastic that year, and maybe not look so much at the not that they're disrespecting the academy, because obviously look at Mason Mount, look at the guys that do, Reece James, the guys that do come through and when they get their chances, they take it.
Well, at the start of the season, you had like Tino at Southampton, Broja, who's doing great,
good,
and then Chelsea didn't really kick on themselves from there either. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's just I would like to think that going forward, we'll kind of learn from our mistakes. And I think we also have as well that when we have gone and sold these players, like previously when it was like Mohamed Salah and Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne, we sold them and like didn't put a buyback in, didn't put anything like that.
Yeah.
And they went and killed it and we look like mugs. Whereas now, when the players are leaving, we're at least putting things like matching the clause, like we do have with Gehi, where if someone goes and wants to buy Gehi for 50 million, Crystal Palace comes to our first and go, would you like to do this instead? And then with like Tammy Abraham, we've got a buyback option of 80 million. We got
80 mil.
We got 40 million from them for him. So essentially like a 40 million. Exactly. Like, so we've been smarter with that kind of thing. But maybe if we just played them, we wouldn't have had to sell them in the first place.
Sorry. Do you think Ted Bowley will come in with a different approach to what Roman did then?
Yeah, definitely. Like, because also Roman just had so much money, like that he could just do what he wanted essentially.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter if Chelsea, like the guy went and wrote off a 1.5 billion loan, like, and that's insane.
That's actually so stupid, isn't it?
Like, it's mental. But whereas Todd Bowley's like his whole consortium. Ted.
Jesus,
he's done it from
months of hearing Ted Lasso. Jesus, I'm
not even watched the show.
I know.
I've not even watched the show. I've got it downloaded though.
It's all right. I saw the first season. It's all right.
I need to watch it so I can actually allow myself to do
the references that people drop. You're like, I know that one.
But I don't know, man. Like we just got to be smarter with it. We got to be smart. Like even I read today at some point whether it was a legitimate quote. Like I've just read it from a place like could be made up or taken out of context. Like he said, we can't, at least this first year, we can't really go and splash out on huge amounts of signings. But I just think we've got to be smarter. Like we've got to try and do the Liverpool approach. Like they've done it so well year after year. Like the first time they've gone and spent like 100 million euros, not even pounds, is on this Nunes guy, and that's fine. And that's the only time really people have questioned their signings. They've just got it right time after time after time. And even when they do get it wrong, it's not really that much money. Like Minamino didn't cost an arm and a leg. Like Naby Keita did cost a decent amount, but they've also got a decent amount from him. So yeah, it's just about being smarter and like accepting that we're not probably going to be able to go and just buy £100 million person every single year.
You lot are linked with quite a few players already.
We
are. Ousmane Dembele's linked. Like he is absolutely.
I like that though. I like
absolutely
that.
every year, and he's been staying relatively injury free. Koulibaly for 35 million.
Yeah, interesting.
Marcus Alonso going the other way, leaving. Christensen going, leaving. Yeah. So a lot of people going out, and that one I'm interested in actually, quite heavily linked with Sterling for about 60 million quid.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling.
He's out of contract next summer.
That's a good one.
Would you,
I think he'd thrive.
I think because he's not going to get the minutes at City.
Well, this is it. We're City now bringing in Erling Haaland, like the same situation with Gabby Jesus as well, about possibly going to Arsenal and Tottenham and so on and so forth. Like these guys, he'll want minutes, especially with the World Cup coming up as well. Exactly. They can't afford to sit on the bench. And so for someone like Raheem Sterling, who's had such a fantastic career already, it just depends on what his goals are. Like, is he still wanting to win trophy after every like 3 trophies a season, 2 trophies a season? If that's it, you're going to have to stay at City. But if your goals is to play as many games as possible and try and obviously be a crucial part in the team, then yeah, like coming to Chelsea is an ideal place to go. Like Chelsea have been constantly looking for a person to be on the left wing or the right wing. It's constantly changing, whether it's Pulisic, whether it's Callum Hudson-Odoi, whether it's Ziyech, whether it's even Mason Mount or Werner at times playing out there. And so like I think Raheem Sterling is a fantastic player. I think he sometimes gets again underrated. Like the season just gone was maybe his worst one of recent years, and it was still like very good. Like he'd come in at Chelsea and be one of the best players. And also like he's an experienced guy now. Like Chelsea do have quite a young squad, and so to have someone in the attack who would be quite experienced, so they've been there and done that. And won Premier Leagues after Premier Leagues. Like Chelsea are still going to try and obviously, like personally, I don't think anyone's going to beat Liverpool City to a Premier League for the next 3 years at least. It's ridiculous.
And it'll be Newcastle coming and doing it.
It could be some crazy thing like that. But like that doesn't just stop. You don't just go, well, we're not going to try. Like you obviously you go into the best intentions.
More money, high positions, right?
Literally. And players get paid on bonuses and things like that. And so like Raheem Sterling for me would be a fantastic buy. 60 million for a guy that's got 1 year left. is a little bit too much maybe. So I'd try and get that down. But like, yeah, Raheem Sterling, get him in. At this point, centre back wise, I'd take you at centre back. To be quite honest, like I'd happily take you at centre back. We just need like the names. We need the options.
Who are your three realistic
Koundé
signings you think you'll do?
Yeah. Realistic signings, I think Dembele. I like what I'm hearing about Dembele.
So
like,
not Raheem, because I mean, if you pick up one,
Yeah.
you kind of exclude the other, right?
I think
You're not
Dembele, you would take Dembele if
I like the
he's
risk of
injury-free.
Dembele. Like, in
Yeah,
terms
it's
of,
true.
Like, it's
Explosive.
It's a risk where he joins and he could be absolutely dog shit and it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
or he joins and he's phenomenal
Yeah.
and he's fantastic. And the guy that he had his best seasons under was Thomas Tuchel at Dortmund.
Yes, true.
At the same time,
it is true.
Pulisic was also pretty good under Thomas Tuchel at Dortmund and doesn't play for Chelsea. So I guess it's both sides of the spoon. I don't know what the saying is. But yeah, there you go.
That could have been one from you, to be fair.
Both sides of the spoon.
Yeah,
I do make
that
up.
could have been one from
That
you.
might have been, yeah. I've just heard yours. Think on with it.
Both sides of the spectrum.
Sure, but yeah, I like, and also like he's younger. Again, he came up as you mentioned, like his end of the season, like he was pretty injury free. I think he got the most assists
he
for
was flying.
Barcelona,
He was flying.
or the
Yeah,
most
he was,
assists
yeah.
in La Liga,
Yeah.
which is like fantastic. And again, like that right wing position, if we get someone down there, because actually what I do think is Chelsea lack creativity.
Yeah.
Like I think we are desperate for a creator. Like Mason Mount is doing so much of the work for us.
He is,
and like and Callum Hudson-Odoi is also pretty good, but he's always injured or like
Yeah.
he doesn't play. And
But
so
you have both James and Chilwell back for the start of the season, which is
Thank
huge.
God.
Like your wheels started falling apart as soon as Ben Chilwell got injured. So
Exactly. Like, well, the second if you look at Chelsea's like graph of like winning games and lost, the second like Ben Chilwell gets injured after
it is literally, it drops off a cliff.
drops off.
Yeah,
It drops
yeah.
off massively, and just like because also not only. Because Reece James is a better creator out of the two, but Chilwell isn't bad. But also Chilwell's scoring form was like ridiculous. He was scoring
Yeah.
so many goals.
Every time he scored, I was fuming because I didn't have my FL.
Yeah, literally, it was every game at one point. It was like four
it
games
really
in a row or
was.
something.
It really was. And he started the season not even playing at the beginning. It was
No.
Ronaldo that was playing.
Yeah.
And also like defensively, like Chilwell's like he's got both sides of the game on lock, which is like something that we were missing so badly.
The only issue is the three at the back.
Yeah, and so if we say like Chelsea have been scouting Jules Koundé now for over a year, and they're still after him,
Yeah.
which makes you think like he's going to be pretty good. Like
Yeah.
you'd like to think that if you're scouting someone for over a year,
But also get a move on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Does worry me. He had this like injury that he's picked up and always had surgery on, but also footballers have surgery and things. It's not the end of the world. And so yeah, like okay, I think Koundé will be at the back. I think Thiago Silva's still the main guy.
Yeah,
Like,
his legs
he's
could go and he'd
so
still be
intelligent.
like top
He's
2, 3
ridiculous,
in
man.
Prem.
He'll just do a Terry at the end of his career.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous. Honestly, he's fantastic. And then after that, like, I'd take anyone. Koulibaly, I don't mind. I think Koulibaly's a little bit
But
not
he's
agile enough.
No, but I feel
But
like
in the three at the back,
I feel
I think he'd be
Koulibaly
alright.
is like, if you're going to pick anyone in world football, he's like the most appropriate replacement
But
for
I also
Rudiger.
feel like
I think
Koulibaly-
the guy's
such a good-
mental.
But Koulibaly has been linked to every club for about 5 years, and no one's taken the
Yeah,
plunge,
yeah.
which does worry me slightly. And he's also he's a bit older, but Levi Colwill, I promise you this, like he is fantastic. He's a guy who is legitimate.
But that's what you need to do. You need to start relying on youth a little bit
Exactly.
more.
And so like if you bring in a guy like Koulibaly who is a bit older and hopefully he's not on monstrous wages, and then you kind of like give the minutes between him
Yeah.
and like you can then introduce Cole to the side. He's not had the pressure, because if you introduce Colwill, even though I'm sure he'd say he'd happily take it, but like the introduce, you are the starting centre back for Chelsea week in, week out.
So
for
much
the rest of
pressure.
this season.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous amount of pressure. You just don't want to do that to someone. And so like if you can get him and rotate him in a bit like that we did with Chalobah as well, and again continue getting Chalobah
Or
into
just
the
play him.
squad.
Trevor?
Yeah, I thought Trevor actually like he was very good in the end. Like he had a solid. He's a guy who at the beginning of preseason hadn't he was expected to go back out on loan. No one expected him to be starting. And then he impressed so much on preseason that he got his place, and then he scored in the first game of the season for Chelsea. And overall had a pretty good campaign.
Set piece. Pretty.
He's solid, man.
fair,
He
yeah.
scored a couple of goals. He scored against Juventus in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Like he's a really good striker. He's like striker, defender. He's like 23-ish, 24, maybe a little bit younger. But like he's another guy that come from the academy. Like he's good. Like if Chelsea can continue every season to like go out and buy a player or two, but then also introduce an academy prospect,
Yeah.
one or two a season, like that's the perfect mold in my opinion.
Yeah,
in the
it's
system.
true.
Like you can't. As much as people would love it to, you can't bring in 5 academy products like we did when the season we had a transfer ban and expect them all to work out and also continue to challenge for a title or at least like top 4. Like that's tough to do, man, and a lot of pressure on them. And so if you can bring in players and then also introduce 1 or 2, like I think that's a pretty good way to go.
Sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I was going to say from Chelsea to Arsenal.
Come on.
Fabio Vieira has just signed for Arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in like the top percentile of like chance creation.
Well, let me read you some stats about him.
Filthy. Also, before you read his stats out, the first tweet after Vieira was signed, linked, blah, 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 Fabrizio went, but Arsenal are still interested in Yuri Tielemans.
It's good. Good.
We're interested
Get
in every
in.
minute of every year.
Get in.
Will we get him eventually? Maybe in 5 years' time we'll get him.
Yeah, maybe.
But he got 7 goals, 16 assists in 39 appearances last season. 0.9 assists per 90.
Yeah.
I've had clarification from my Portuguese friend who confirmed that Luis Diaz was going to be absolutely insane, came and smashed it, that this kid is fucking unreal.
Well, to your point,
Oh, okay.
he's for 66 minutes per goal or assist last season, excluding penalties.
Yeah.
A goal and assist every 66 minutes, and that is better than both Luis Diaz, 79 minutes, and Darwin Núñez, 78 minutes in the
Yes.
Portuguese league.
Yes.
He's better than both of them.
Yeah. I'm
It's a
excited,
big
man. I'm
statement, that.
excited.
I mean, he didn't.
No, but think about the prospects that have come across from the Portuguese
Portugal
league.
recently has been Portugal
Mate.
used to be absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
never
they
by a
were
player,
Bruno,
and now they've been unreal.
Diaz.
Bruno?
The
other Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz.
Yeah.
Both Diazes
Yeah,
from
both Diaz.
City and Liverpool.
And then
tell you what.
Núñez is going to be a monster as well. I've full faith that
He's
Liverpool do a
Obviously,
great job with that.
Thingy has just signed a new contract. What's his name? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Arsenal.
No,
player?
oh my god, what's his name?
What team?
Oh my god, Nketiah. So sorry.
Oh yeah, Eddie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Apologies about that. But Nketiah has just signed a new deal,
Good.
keeping him at the club until 2027.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've signed Fabio Vieira, and we're still in for Jesus.
You're also getting Saliba back as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Back. Like you guys are doing it.
He was one of the players of the
decent
season.
You had yeah, he did. You had a pretty decent summer last year. You had a great summer last year. You're having a really good summer this year as well. Like it's impressive. I mean, one thing so far that Arteta's done, and you have to give credit to him, has come in and like said, well, if you're not committed to the cause, you go.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Whether you're the club captain in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang or
Yeah.
whether you're Lacazette, where he respected it. He was like, I'll give you your minutes. But then he's also even admitted near the end of the season that he probably didn't respect Nketiah enough when he proved that he actually was an Arsenal striker, an Arsenal level striker, who now is fantastic as he signed a new contract.
Yeah.
Because now you're also not as desperate for a striker.
true.
You can't get, here's an extra, give us an extra 5 million because we know you need a forward. I like the idea of Vieira because also just in general, you got with being in the Europa League now, you need players.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need
yeah.
34 million.
players. Exactly. Near the end of the season as well. I remember there were so many of your young guys who I'd never heard of before
Yeah.
just sitting on the bench. And so you just needed guys to make sure you can fill out that squad. But yeah, 34 million is like not necessarily an extortionate amount of money. Like, and again, I see people mention that, he hasn't played that many games this season. Luis Diaz, the last season before last, wasn't necessarily a starter for Porto either.
Yeah.
And now look at him. Like it's not to say he is going to be Luis Diaz, but I think it's a really good signing. And if you can continue like on these smart buys, even I think Aaron Hickey you're looking at as well from Bologna, who's like a Scotsman that plays in defence for them too. Like you guys are doing some really interesting business and a young business as well. Like you're building a fun.
We're building.
squad.
I think
I like it, man.
I think a lot of clubs, including like United, will look at what Arteta and Arsenal are doing and say, well, we can learn a lot and take a lot away from what he's doing. Because honestly, Arsenal are building something big here.
Yeah.
But
Here's a
the-
question for you.
Go on.
The top non-penalty goals and assists per 90 in Premier League history is held by two people, Henry and Sergio Aguero. Who is in second? So, third joint?
Son.
No. It's 0.9, not 0.91.
0.9.
Who is behind those two? Saw it on a graphic.
Still playing today.
Still playing.
Salah.
No, he's 0.88.
Oh Jesus! 0.88 is ridiculous. Have they played like 5 games? And
Nope.
and they played lots of
Been
games as well.
Been mentioned before.
In today.
Is there any? You didn't talk Nketiah?
No.
Lacazette.
Scabra Jesus.
Yes, Gabby Jesus is. I feel for Gabby Jesus, man, because like he's a fantastic player, and he did it towards the end of the season. Start playing quite.
0.9.
0.9
Get
is
him.
ridiculous.
I didn't realise just how involved, because I mean, the past season he's been lesser of a number 9
Play on
and
the
more
wing.
right wing, and his assists have just gone through the roof.
So if
So-
Arsenal had 3 quality strikers, that is good depth. It's depth we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah.
a long, long
Well,
time.
even the other Gabby can play number 9 as well.
Yeah,
Martinelli.
One of the big things as well that with this upcoming season is you can now make 5 substitutes.
Yes.
Which so having a bunch of players on the bench means you're going to have more minutes to be able to give them as well. And so you're going to have less injuries hopefully as well. And so, bringing in more signings and bringing in more talented players to be on your bench, you can just say to them, well, you're not just going to not play. You will feature. You will get maybe 13, 14, 1,500 minutes.
Do you not think this new 5 substitute rule just all it does is just enables the likes of City and Liverpool just to dominate even harder?
It definitely... I think with the way football is going though, you're just playing so many games, even if you're a mid-table side, especially with the introduction of the Europa Conference League, the mid-table sides are also going to be getting into
why? Why?
European football for teams that were not going to play European football.
Exactly, I don't mind the European Conference League.
But it's extra stress though. It makes their league struggle harder.
It does make it tougher. But also, at the end of the day, football's a fan sport, I guess.
Yeah.
Look what it meant to Mourinho and Roma.
I completely get that side of it. The only problem is for Premier League teams that obviously prefer to concentrate on the domestic competitions. It is just an added
just do better and get Europa League, or lose every game and go out early.
Yeah. And you do get money. You get more money, obviously, for getting into it and getting further in the competition, which helps. But I also think as well, it'll be good for youth players, 5 subs. You can get them some more minutes. They can be there for the experience of just going to first team games.
Maybe it's first season syndrome. Maybe the competition over time will be
possibly,
that people go, do you know what? It's actually pretty good. But
it'll be a great introduction. I'd like to think so anyway.
So where do you think Chelsea? I know it's quite early on. Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs will do next season. How do you think they'll do? Obviously, it's going to be City, Liverpool going for the title. I think we're all aware of that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Are we doing a top 6?
Let's do a top 6.
Early
doors before subs. Not subs, transfers.
Yeah. I mean, the window opened a week ago. So Liverpool, City, put them at the top. Whatever.
Who's first?
I'd like to probably go City.
Yeah.
Probably losing Mane as well. Obviously today confirmed that he's gone to Bayern is big. Liverpool second. Spurs is a weird. Spurs have just gone. You know what? We're committing to you, Conte. Here's buy any player you want. Tell us who you want. We'll go get them. Basuma's such a big signing for them.
I'm gutted about that because Arsenal are heavily linked.
I think he's class.
He's ridiculous. He's such a good footballer. And for the fee, if it is 20, I think it might be £35 million with add-ons, but for now, £25 million, unbelievable. Really, really good signing for them. If they can get another centre back in as well, that'd be fantastic. They also probably need if they get Jed Spence in, another really, really good signing. And so overall, fixing the areas that probably need a bit of fixing, and then whilst still having a front three of Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, and Kulusevski, it's not too bad at all. And then they were also to go look at Richarlison, which is great cover as well, fantastic depth. So at the moment, based on no other Chelsea not bringing on anyone else, I'd probably say Tottenham third.
I would agree.
Horrible.
But the only thing is,
we haven't signed the players that we think we've signed yet. We can only go off.
Could be very different come the beginning of the season.
Yeah, we get Yuri.
Exactly.
It's just horrible to look at Spurs and just how good they
Gabby.
are. It's stressful.
I completely agree. And then also seeing one of my biggest hatreds is football Twitter. And just seeing
I've come off Twitter.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, I'm tuning in about a month.
I really don't blame you at all, mate. Yeah. Especially football Twitter, the most toxic place ever.
It is a cesspool.
And it's just people trying to bait people in and get 1-0s and posting Mbappe meme where he puts his arms like that, or the crying meme, whatever. And so just seeing so many Spurs fans being we're gonna do so much better than everyone else and all this stuff.
It's still almost over a decade now since they won a trophy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
embarrassing.
Fair
play to them because they've got a six squad.
Or a year that the first iPhone came out, and then Spurs Spurs last won a trophy.
That's actually so.
That's mental.
It's good if you're a Spurs fan, you're probably happy that you're.
They must be this year. They're going to be so loud.
But I hate to break it to you lot. You can be good, but you've got to win trophies, otherwise you're a laughing stock.
No, it is true. But I do think that this is the year that they get something.
Do you remember Arsenal's the website that was made about us? It was how long since Arsenal last won a trophy?
Yeah.
What's that? 7 years? Yeah. Long time. Spurs, fuck me, that is embarrassing. It's been decades.
The thing is, they're picking up players that
smart signings.
I really like. In terms of Perisic, I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
But he's at the club.
I like a lot of the players they're buying.
Exactly.
What are they doing?
Kulusevski, really good. Bentancur, phenomenal.
The only thing...
Who else are they going after in midfield as well?
God knows.
I mean, even Basuma, the one that just signed, is like...
It's ridiculous.
Annoying. It's actually annoying.
And it's committing to Conte, like signing Perisic and giving him huge wages for a guy that's over 30.
Yeah.
Like, he's saying, okay, mate, like we're going to do what you want. You're telling us names. We're going to do what you want, which for Conte is amazing. But also...
And Fraser Forster.
And Fraser Forster.
He's there as well.
Yeah, great substitute goalkeeper. But the only thing is, if say it does go tits up in some way, because if it is a lot of signings, it's not easy to integrate all these signings at once.
Yeah.
So if it does go tits up and say by, I don't know, November or just after the World Cup, Spurs are still, like say something really bad happens in the World Cup and like before they weren't doing amazing, Harry Kane's now got like a 2-month injury and it comes to February and like Spurs aren't still doing well and like Tottenham have to go, well, do we sack Conte? Like, what do we do here? And you've committed so much to the way he wants to play. Like, there is a risk there. There's also a risk as well that Conte goes, like, Conte is not happy being a manager that like is just battling the third. Like, this is a guy who wants to go for the league every single season,
and incredibly emotional as well. Like, he would walk just off like a bad performance.
100%. And so like, if it gets to the end of this season as well, and he goes, we got third again. Like, that's good. We got knocked out of the Champions League. We did this with it. Maybe they won a League Cup. Amazing.
Yeah.
But then so he can be like, well, I've done what I needed to do. Won them a trophy, and then a team going, hey, do you want to try and battle for the league over at this in the Serie A or whatever it might be? Like, or maybe Ancelotti's gone. Oh, I'm going to retire now.
Yeah.
Madrid's an option here. Like, maybe that's where I'd be like, you could maybe be making a poor decision not poor decision, but it's a risky decision committing so much to Conte because we've also seen how teams...
They did it with Mourinho.
They did, yeah.
And then sacked him the week of a final that they were in.
Yeah, exactly. And then
didn't even let him see it out.
But then look how that went as well. Straight after that, like they had Nuno come in. And, like, things went again tits up. Obviously, they've now got Conte. It's fantastic. But I just think, like overall, it is positive. But I guess there is that just in the back of my mind that things might maybe I'm just being a believer and hoping it goes tits up.
Yeah.
But that's it.
So what does it go? City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea. Arsenal, Chelsea.
You guys are so up and down, which is the
We
weird...
were 1 point off third.
No, I know. I
can't believe it.
Exactly.
I know.
And the Newcastle game, like, destroyed.
Oh
you.
yes, yeah. I couldn't even watch it, man. I swapped to cricket.
It felt like it was going to happen. Like it also building up towards it. Like it
was. There was a total
it.
inevitability about that game. It was just like we're done here.
Yeah, cool. And I don't know. Like, and Mikel Arteta, like I like Mikel Arteta. I think he's good. And I probably, over the past couple of years, have actually been overly critical of Arsenal and not given them their flowers when they have been good. I think it just depends. Again, if you're bringing in so many signings again, and you've only just embedded the guys that have come back in, and already you're looking at like if Saliba comes in, which out of Ben White or Gabriel is getting dropped?
Ben White.
And so that's 50 million just now back on the bench or whatever. But again, I guess you got to have cover and all this kind of stuff. I will still say Chelsea will come fourth.
Yeah.
Just
because,
have to. Yeah, exactly. I have to, for my Chelsea job.
Just out of interest, is there like, between you two, zero credit for Manchester United in this conversation?
I think Eric Ten Hag has...
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, base.
7th.
Yeah, but...
Sixth would be good. I think if you go right now to a United fan, like, you're building it. You give Eric Ten Hag the season. Like, he's building a lot. You don't have as many rough, because they had a few games this season where it was like poor. But at least you're watching them. Maybe they're losing games, but they're at least seeing something. Like they at times watching United this season, there was no idea on how to play football. Like I've spoken to so many United fans where they'll just be like, the ball comes to the back line and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know if there's a system they got to be doing. It's just like
that's it. There's no identity, right? There's no.
And so they finished sixth, but they've also, and like maybe they were battling for fifth or whatever, but they got an identity as well, and like they've brought in Frankie de Jong, which would be ridiculous if they did.
I'm hearing that might not happen because, who's it? He's on 350k a week, right?
He's on a lot. Of money.
And Barcelona.
It's why they want to shift him.
Yeah, I read something that Barcelona are getting rid of someone, so there's potential for him to stay. But I can't remember who they were going to get rid of.
There's a few
other De Jong
as well.
Nigel.
They're also
Luke
De Jong. Nigel De Jong. There's also a few. I think there's things as well like.
Cheers, nice.
There's a possibility as well of some mad thing where Barcelona will like kind of sell their soul. and give away, and sell essentially 49.9% of their like.
Or Dembele, for example.
club.
I mean, if he goes, then
Well, they free up wages, but they don't get any money on the sale and stuff like
true.
this. But I think there might be a possibility of keeping De Jong, and also like it doesn't fill me the best confidence when like at the beginning De Jong was like, "No, I want to stay at Barcelona. Like, I don't want to leave. Like, I don't like. Do you really want to sign a player who's like not keen on moving to you? Like, it's maybe not the best idea. But overall, as I said, like if they get a decent identity and finish 6th, maybe battle for 5th or whatever, like, and aren't losing to like Watford at time. Did they lose to Watford this year?
5-1.
Losing to Watford 5-1 and stuff like that, having a bit more respectability about them. I think United fans will be more than happy. And then going into the next season and being able to be like really pushing forward.
Well, I want to get your thoughts on this. Goat wants out.
I know.
What do you reckon?
Do it. Leave the club, Ronaldo.
Straight up.
Are you a
I love him.
Are you a Ronnie over Messi?
Oh,
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Shock.
I am.
I actually don't know why I'm shocked. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
shocked. Of course he is. Yeah.
No, I respect both of them.
What is your?
Why you got a blind shirt on? I didn't even ask.
Mane supporting today.
Not Lewandowski.
I saw a thing. I love Lewandowski as well. I saw a thing recently, and it annoyed me that I sort of agreed with it. And it was like these. I think I screenshotted it actually. I'll show you. It was like these 3 circles, and it had 2 players in each circle. On the right circle was greatest goal scorers of all time, and it was like Pele and Ronaldo. On the left circle, it was like greatest dribblers, and it was like Ronaldinho, Neymar. No.
Oh,
Oh, no, because
Wait,
he's
listen,
talking
yeah.
about Venn diagrams, so they'd be in...
okay.
And another one was, I definitely put it in the group chat here, and what was the other one?
assists,
It might have been most
playmaker or something like that.
Playmaker, it was something like that.
chances created or something.
Oh, I swear I put it in the group chat. I didn't. But in the middle, it was like best footballer, and it was just Messi in the middle because he has all of them. And I agreed with it.
Defo.
I did agree with it to like a certain extent. But mate, Ronaldo is like,
Where does he go? If you're saying get out, where does he go?
And also, who's going to pay him the wages he wants?
just mate, you're 39, 38. How old are you? 55? I don't know. He's getting on.
37, yeah, I think.
Go to
Yeah,
Portugal.
but you've just said Thiago Silva's running the Premier League defensively.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
And he's older than him.
Ronaldo had an unbelievable season.
That's what I'm saying. So why does he need to leave?
Because United are shit.
Right.
Get out now.
Yeah, but do you not
Well,
think
do you think
he
it's
would move
hampering his
I think-
legacy?
yeah.
Saying it really?
I think. Well,
Yeah, but he's also
think
like
he's
one of
done
the
his
greatest
legacy,
United players
yeah.
of all time. So
I think
if he
go
stays and does
spend
well-
another 2 years in Portugal. Go back to Porto.
it's a good league. Good players come from there.
Why would you not?
Go back to Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon, rather.
Yeah.
Sorry, the famous green and white. You know, you could. His kids, go back to Portugal. Live
His kid
closer.
plays in the United Academy.
I know, but he'll just follow Ronaldo, didn't he? He played at Juventus Academy as well.
Yeah, he did. I don't know, man. I think Ronaldo staying at United is fine. Like it's
I think he will
Keep it-
stay.
yeah, for
I think he
sure.
will stay.
also no one in Portugal will be able to pay his wages. Like
Yeah.
the boys on like 500, 400
Does he?
pounds a week.
Does he think? Do you
Coming
think
from the
he
Portuguese
cares?
taxpayers.
Do you think he cares, or do you think he cares? But is it more of a I need to be on the highest wage at the club because I'm Ronaldo? He doesn't care about the actual money, surely.
Yeah. I mean, if
An
you went,
ego
but
thing.
I went to you. I went
but
to
I
you,
don't
right?
think-
You're coming towards the end of your career. Here's 100k or 450k. One's playing for Manchester United. One's playing for Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, damn it! You got
You've
me.
also just got
You got
a
me.
brand new
But
manager. Who might be
exactly,
really
yeah.
good.
There's a
Like,
project building.
But there's no Champions League.
That is, yeah, sure. I can understand. Like, but also like, what are they in the conference? I think.
Yeah,
Europa?
Europa
Conference League.
Yeah.
Go win the Conference League. Go on.
Getting back to your
Drop a sue in the final.
Oh mate, he's no. I don't know. I think he's also just, as I said, 18 Premier League goals last season.
He had a
third top goal
fantastic
scorer.
goal.
Yeah,
He had a
ridiculous.
fantastic
He'll be fine.
season.
And also be really good. I think he can help transition
Yeah.
like into this new phase of United and kind of be there. I don't think he's going to play every game. I don't think Eric Ten Hag will do that. Like that's
Yeah.
what one of the agreements supposedly was coming in, that Eric Ten Hag can basically say and do what he wants, and the players and club will listen. And so I think it's not. I don't think it's too bad. I think he'll be happy to stay in Manchester.
Do you think it'll be good to
and
have him in the dressing room?
Defo.
Or is there a clash, for example, with the Harry Maguire thing? He was club captain, but realistically, if you got Ronaldo in the dressing room, he's the captain. Harry Maguire.
But I think Eric Ten Hag carries a bit more authority and baggage with him.
Yeah.
So who's captain for United?
I mean,
next
did you
year?
not see his first
Yeah, I did,
involvement with the press?
Yeah.
Loves it.
But who's captain for United next year?
De Gea.
I actually think Maguire is going to have.
Do you reckon he keeps it?
resurgence.
I hope so. I like him.
Well, that'd be perfectly timed for the World Cup.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
he's going to have a
please.
great first half of the season, smash the World Cup, we win the World Cup, he's going to come back and be absolute shit because he's been on the sesh for the whole of Christmas.
Hasn't gone
It's
back
true,
to Greece
yeah.
though. Hasn't gone back to Greece.
And he didn't bloody do my cameo.
Well, maybe when he's happier, you know.
No, it was a special
To be
Soccer
fair,
Aid. It was a special Soccer Aid edition of Cameo, and I paid him a lot of money, and he didn't fucking do it.
What did you ask him to say?
I wanted him to set me a football challenge for video.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else did it. Not Harry Maguire.
I wanted to bring something up that has been the talk of a few people on the internet,
Oh, God.
and it's to do with our good friend, Mr. Ben Foster.
Love the boy.
And how the Watford chairman came out and said that his vlogs had an effect on the reason as to why they went down, and that he was told to stop doing them, but he continued doing them anyway. What are your thoughts on whether...
bullshit.
Yeah, but
That's just, all that chairman done right there is just...
But
who can we blame for our
absolutely,
relegation?
he's a scapegoat. Yeah, and
Considering
I've
he's
seen
left
it as
the club
well.
as well.
A lot of
Pussy hole
a lot
from the
of Watford,
chairman.
a lot of Watford fans have been really vocal about this as well, and been like, "Yeah, he's ruining the dressing room."
What agreed
You
with
weren't-
it?
Yeah,
They weren't
yeah.
saying
Really?
that when they were like...
Yeah.
doing
Yeah, but
well.
the point is, like, you can't blame Ben Foster's
And he didn't-
GoPro for them
No.
losing like 11 home
They
games.
got
in a
promoted
row.
to the Championship last year while he was doing it.
Yeah.
And he was doing it more when they got promoted. He wasn't allowed to vlog like
Yeah.
an hour and a half before and after the game. That's an embarrassing view.
I also think.
What
like,
do you say back to those fans?
Fuck off, idiots. No, do you know what it is? It's older fans that are like, who can we blame?
Yeah, but they also
It'll be
don't understand YouTube.
Yeah.
And don't understand like, digital
all
media.
Ben Foster has done for that club is people supported Watford who weren't Watford fans because
Yeah,
of Ben
yeah, yeah.
Foster.
Yeah.
They wanted them to do well because all he's done is build a positive image of everyone at that
And
club.
he's opened up, like, I remember for so many guys growing up and girls, like, you dream of being a footballer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and for a large majority of them, like, you never get the opportunity. And you always wonder, like, I wonder what like happens when you're
Yeah.
behind the scenes all this stuff. And Ben Foster, and it's not easy because I don't think a young footballer can't do this, because if he does,
Next on the line, right?
And they lose a game, right?
Yeah.
Say Mason Mount, for instance, went and like, I'm going to start vlogging or whatever and start doing this, and Chelsea got knocked out of the Champions League. Like, imagine he was doing it this season, we got knocked out by Real Madrid, and everyone would then go, he's too focused on his YouTube to whatever, so that's why he's not playing. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like, uploading a YouTube video or doing a YouTube video doesn't affect your performance at all. You're still going to, especially if you're an elite professional. But for Ben Foster, like, he was obviously coming towards he's
End of
obviously
his
getting
career, yeah.
end of his career. Like, he's stepped into it. He's done such a fantastic job of it, and he's opened up the world to that, something that we've never seen before. To the point where his teammates are also starting it and doing YouTube channels, and like it's become like it's so good. Like, it's so good. I absolutely love it. And when he first did it, and how he's continued to grow it and accept it as well. Like, this is a guy, I remember speaking to him and he was going, and he said, "Oh yeah, like I do my own thumbnails." And that blew my mind. It blew my mind. And Ben
He's so
Foster is like
committed.
sitting there, and he goes to me, "I don't have Photoshop, so I'm doing it on the free version on Google Chrome or whatever." And I was like, "What on earth is happening?" But like, that's so sick, and it's a guy that's really like committed to it and really dug in. Like, because other people could easily record themselves, send it to an editor, and he does send it to an editor, and that's absolutely fine. But also just like get someone else to basically manage everything.
Yeah.
He's really like chucked himself
Hands-on,
into the
yeah.
deep end, and like started a podcast, started all this stuff. Like, that's, I think it's fantastic. And for anyone to kind of really say otherwise and legitimately think that it's affecting his performances and affecting the club of view, like it's so poor. Like, I think it's just a cheap excuse.
Yeah.
We're not going to get much of it next year.
We don't know where he's going.
No, but I mean in terms of like Premier League vlog access, who else in the Prem does it? I can't think of a single other footballer that.
But it's like, I don't think no one else does, and I don't think anyone else will
too
until
scared
they're
to.
older.
Yeah.
Like, I can imagine Declan Rice. Like, I can imagine him maybe like wanting to, or the idea when he's
Yeah.
older, maybe thinking about it. But now it's just like it's too much. Like, they already get like so much abuse. Like,
Even James
why add
Maddison,
to
he'll
it?
upload a TikTok and it'll just
Exactly, and
make
get so much
everyone go
views for
crazy.
it.
I'm like, mate, he's like 24 years old. Let him upload a fucking TikTok. What is wrong
I
with
think people
you?
forget, like, these are guys that have literally grown up watching YouTube,
Yeah.
being on social media, like having Instagram, having Twitter, and all this, and they get to a professional. Just because you're a professional footballer and you earn a lot of money, you now can't post a YouTube video. Like, what? Like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense. It makes no sense at all to me.
Well, Alfonso Davies is a good example, actually. He is young.
Yeah, and
he
a fantastic Twitch streamer.
Yeah, Twitch streams, YouTube, the lot. Like,
and it opens you up to so much more. Like these are guys like we people idolize these footballers and love them and everything. And so when they do go out of their way to do this kind of stuff, like I think it's fantastic. It just shows you that like they're just a normal bloke.
But everyone loves Alphonso Davies, not because he's a footballer, because of his online personality.
Yeah, and that's a way to show your personality. Yeah, right? Like footballers are able to show their personality through online and through Instagram, through TikTok, through Twitch, or whatever it might be. Like they're able to show the way they are as a person and just build a better fan base. Like you get to know what they're like. Otherwise, like, do people realistically miss the days of like back in the day where like you'd watch them for 90 minutes, you'd see them do a press conference, and then that's all you really knew about them. Like I think it's more entertaining like this. So you're able to build a stronger fan base.
If you were Ben Foster, where would you go now?
Where would I go now? Oh God,
the league where it's all happening.
The MLS. That's what I would do.
The MLS.
Because I guarantee they would eat that shit up. They would love it. They'd be like, oh my God, man, get the flag up.
Seen the new agreement with the league?
That's why I could say
Apple TV.
Yeah. So
MLS is good. Yeah.
For those people that don't know the current agreement situation is you can buy a subscription that allows you to watch every single MLS game on Apple TV for like $10 a month.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a 10-year deal starting from 2023 to stream every single MLS game on Apple TV, rumoured to be around $2.5 billion for the league, which honestly...
That's before advertising. That's subscriptions
all that's going to do
right?
is just help the league grow.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think they need to. A lot of matches, will be at no extra cost. The service will be free for anyone who owns a season ticket at an MLS club.
Oh,
That's sick.
See?
That's really good.
That's
sick.
fucking sick.
That's really good.
That's really good.
That's really, really good.
God, that is actually... I didn't know that.
Now they've just got to introduce a relegation.
Yeah.
And then they're laughing.
Like a football team.
Yeah, then they're laughing.
Yeah.
And it really is.
Would you want that for the Premier League?
I would love that for the Premier League.
I don't really know. Like, I think the way things are going, like they are definitely looking more towards like Netflix and that kind of way of things. But I mean, the Premier League just has so much money in it. Like 2 billion's like a lot there, but I think it's like for a 3-season. Right now, for a 3-season, I think they do it in like 3-season spells. Like it's a ridiculous amount of money, and it's battled between like Amazon, Sky, and BT now.
But that's the thing. Like you have to pay for so many different services in order to get the games that you want. Like if the Premier League came out and said, "Oh, we're sorting out our own whatever streaming service," and you pay you pay 15 quid a month. There's not a single football fan in the country that would say no to that if you got every single game.
You're paying for BT, you're paying for Sky, you're paying for Amazon. Whereas it's all in one location.
Yeah, exactly. So think about the amount of people that would pay for that and that don't already have like a Sky or a BT or whatnot.
I guess it's just about how much money do they make, like because also then they've got to. Because
100 million people, or sorry, like maybe 70 million people in the UK subscribe to that.
Sure, but then they've also got
that's 105.
There's only like
10.5 billion.
There's only like
I'm not going to attempt the
60,
maths.
70 million people in the
not
UK.
good enough at maths, but what?
The UK population is like 60, 70 million.
London is 60 million.
The whole UK is like
100. I think
loads.
The UK is like 70, 80 million people.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Can we get that checked? Because I feel like London alone is like 60 million.
No way.
No, London's like 6, I think, but UK population.
80?
The population is 67 million.
There you go, thank you
And
very
I
much.
said 60 million just in London. Jesus
And you said
Christ.
70 million people in the UK would subscribe to Apple TV.
Okay, sorry. Well, including Ireland
You
as
more,
well.
that's the second moronic
How's
thing
Theo
you've
made us
said.
both look?
Sorry, but including Ireland as well then, but I think they have a separate thing. But the point is...
I'm pissed off what you're trying to say. Were you just going 70 people would sign up to Apple TV, including Ireland?
Who? No, not Apple TV. No, an individual
a
Premier League.
stream
Yeah. Where you get X amount of people that pay 15
it's
quid
just
and
the
then
cost,
it's like...
because right now the Premier League essentially don't do much. Like they don't have to put on a show every day or a show every Sunday, Saturday, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to send. I think they do still send like a cameraman, but they'd have to send so many more and all this kind of stuff. So I guess it's just what makes them more money really, and like what's less hassle. Because right now they do a little thing.
Yeah, for Apple to come in and do this for the Prem, it'd be hundreds of billions.
This is it. Yeah. So it just depends. It depends. But I also like, I don't know. Either I mean, Football Daily owned by Sky, so I think legally you don't do it. Don't do it Netflix or anything like that. Keep going, Sky.
Will you, because of this deal though, do you think you'll see more and more? You know how Bex was the first big Donny to go over to the MLS? Like, are you going to see a lot more players going over to the MLS now because let's
Potentially.
face it, you can prolong your career by going out
Yep.
there. Gerrard did it.
Yeah.
Rooney done it.
And we
Everyone.
saw
And now
Ibra
there's
go
more
there
eyes.
and come
Lampard.
back. Yeah, Lampard. I think it's a cash. Like you can make a lot of money going to the MLS.
Yes, and you can enjoy your football.
Yeah, and the lifestyle, right? Like
Yeah.
part of the living in New York or living in Florida, wherever you
Go
might-
to Miami.
LA,
Miami, yeah.
Miami, like wherever you like ideally want. They've got so many different climates there. If you want to be in a city, you can be in a city. You
Yeah.
want to be in the heat, be in the heat. And so yeah, I think it has a lot of plus. It's plus normally for especially for the English guys, like they speak English, which is a lot
Yeah.
more helpful. So yeah, I think for there and also like if you're Gareth Bale. Loads of golf courses, like you'd be over the moon, and so I think it's definitely something that people do think about now. But at the same time, I think you're seeing a lot of footballers get into their 30s, and the way that sports sciences are able to play for so much longer, like Thiago Silva, and as we mentioned, like Cristiano Ronaldo, like these are guys who are just well into their 30s, and normally, like we'd be saying, like 38 years old, like they must be a goalkeeper, and even then they're coming to the end of their career.
Yeah.
No, it's like,
But if you look-
Ibrahimovic is like 40, isn't he now?
If you look through like history though, like Zidane, I think retired like 34. Beckham
Yeah.
maybe 35, and you thought, they're getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly.
Ronaldo's bagging like 18 goals a season.
Modric just won the Champions
Casemiro.
League.
This is it. I think you're seeing
That's
footballers
very
like, no, but again, my only other worry is these footballers nowadays are also getting into the game so much younger. Like
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham started playing like professional football at 16.
Yeah.
Like realistically.
Well, Rooney did.
Yeah, Rooney did. And Rooney retired like when he was 33, 34.
Yeah, 33 then.
And so like maybe it also means that if you are getting in younger, you're probably going to still have to retire early just based on playing so many games, especially with how football's going and playing more and more. But I guess it's tomato, like either way, really.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to pay me more money, I'll go to the MLS if it's that.
Well, there's going to be more eyes on the.
I would love to see Ben Foster in MLS.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fantastic.
I wonder what we'll do with his podcast though. Will he move his mate over?
Yeah, would
then-
Rhino Legs have to go over? Tom go.
I think you would.
Hey, but then also you got your whole family, your kids go to
that's the
school,
element of
like
things.
you're changing your
Yeah.
whole life. Speaking of someone who hasn't changed their whole life in terms of location, but they did in terms of money, Kylian. My mate Kylian Mbappe.
Your mate Kylian Mbappe.
My mate Kylian Mbappe. You know, we go way
Did
back
you have a
now.
little word in his ear? Stay at PSG.
I said, mate, please stay, otherwise I can't upload this footage. Perez. Florentino Perez,
Yeah,
that
salty
big
boy.
idiot.
Salty boy.
He's come out, he's a Real Madrid president, people
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
aware, and said that Kylian Mbappe must have changed his dream after agreeing to stay at PSG for another 3 years. This is not the Mbappe I wanted to bring. This is another one. If it is, I prefer him to stay at PSG. I want the one with the dream. His dream was to play at Real Madrid. He wanted to do it last August, and they didn't let him leave.
It is quite ill-timed as well. They've just won the Champions League, proved they're like the best in Europe, and then he's turned around and gone, actually, mate, I'd just sooner run a football club in France.
Follow them up.
Like, my dream is to play for Chelsea, right? Well,
Yeah.
of course. But if someone offered me the amount of money that Kylian, I'd play wherever you want me to.
Yeah.
And you know the best thing
Happily.
is, at the end of his 3 years at PSG,
He can
he's
go wherever he wants.
25
Yeah.
and he's earned £4 million plus a month.
Yeah, yeah.
He owns the club.
Yeah, yeah.
He's chosen the manager.
There's
He's
literally-
basically playing. You know where back
He's
on
French. Like, people forget. It's the best club in his
He's from
country.
Paris.
Yeah.
Like, he's from Paris.
Fucking Parisian. He's
basically playing a
he's
version
the face of his country.
of FIFA
in
and Football Manager.
Yeah.
With football
Now.
and he had financial takeover as well.
Yeah, and he's had a financial takeover as well. Like, he's just living life, man.
Yeah.
He's going to become the best player in the world. Like, he's legitimately ridiculous. And he's now gets to run the club in whatever way he wants. I mean, I don't know the full degree of it.
Yeah,
But
like,
people
if he
forget
picks-
that's a really good point. People forget he's Parisian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people do forget he's Brazilian.
Like, mate, he's playing for his home club.
Yeah,
He's
true.
literally doing an Iniesta, sort of.
Yeah.
Well, he's at Monaco and then he coming back.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Like, I think it's I think, as you mentioned, like 25 years old to then go, because I think that's the thing. No matter what now, like, will PSG ever accept an amount of money for Kylian Mbappe? Probably.
He'll leave on a free.
Exactly.
He'll leave on a
If
free.
they said no to 200 million euro, 220 million euros, whatever it was, like, they're going to say no to whatever fee unless it's something ridiculous.
He'll leave on a free. But the issue is now is that to go anywhere, he has to drop his wages. Who can afford
Yeah.
to pay him $1 million a week?
Oh, this is why.
Or maybe in 3 years, football's changed and people are on $1 million a week.
Wouldn't shock me with the way football is going, to be honest. But the other element as well is then you look at La Liga and they came out and were like, well, can UEFA go look at the FFP of these boys, of City and
Yeah.
City and PSG? And I mean, FFP is just nonsense. Nothing
Doesn't
nothing
exist.
ever comes out of it. But it's just salty, man. Like, it's salty from Perez, it's salty from La Liga. Like,
It's unnecessary salt as well. 'Cause,
You just want the Champions League,
Yeah, they're
like-
building a good
And
Future.
You've just got
Disrespect on Benzema
you've just
as
got Tchouameni as well, like
Yeah,
the next great midfielder supposedly.
French
and you're
as
just
well.
sitting there. French, yeah. That's the other thing. You're kind of building a team that you're getting all of Mbappe's mates there. At the moment.
yeah.
Like,
You're building a
you're
team
doing
for Mbappe in 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine in 3 years when Mbappe does maybe join, then you look at these comments. You're like, well, it's a bit weird to have said that.
Yeah,
now that he's here,
yeah.
like, was his dream changed again?
What's your quick opinion on Erling Haaland? How do you think he'll do in the Premier League next season?
Rip it up. Like,
Really?
I feel like I think it's tough to guarantee things. But I would happily put my neck on the line and say, I mean, it's not that much, but like, I would happily say,
How many goals a season?
if he stays fit, 20, 5.
Plus, maybe 30.
Just in the Prem.
Yeah.
Just 25 plus in the Prem. Like, this is a guy
Just
who...
adding numbers.
Yeah. I think he's ridiculous.
Stop staring at
man.
me.
Like, he's such a...
He said a couple moronic things today. He thinks Haaland's going to stink up the gaff.
No, I didn't. Stop twisting.
What are your
I
words?
said I have my reservations. I said
He's literally one of
not,
the best strikers in the world.
Yeah,
he
but
tears
you-
up Champions League. He bullies defenders. He bullies Premier League defenders.
Yeah, but
it's impossible for him to fail.
Cut to 6 months on TikTok.
Exactly,
Erling
mate.
Haaland flop.
Yeah,
injured for 6 years.
the issue around him always is minutes.
Yeah.
And in a team where famously no one holds minutes.
He starts every game.
But I think
man, I don't think he does.
I think he
I
does.
don't think you bring Haaland in and just bench him.
Yeah,
No, not even necessarily benching him, but I have the guy has injury concerns.
He does have injury concerns. Yeah,
He
last year he
starts
played
every game.
last year he played half the minutes, but I just think he'll. And also, City just do a thing where players don't get injured, and if they do, they go to Barcelona, get an injection, and they're back in 2 weeks. Like, it's
If he
ridiculous.
stays injury free, he starts every game and he bags.
Do you know what?
Like Bournemouth could be in for an.
Oh mate,
honestly,
I think he gets like 4 goals in that game, which I'm not.
He gets 4 goals every game.
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe
rocks
does.
up at United
You know what?
and shits
But
on them.
I love him as a player. So regardless of what happens,
Change
I'm
the
gonna.
tone.
No. I haven't changed my tone. I have reservations about him. I don't. Realistically, he should come to this league with the service that City can provide him and get 25 goals.
He's going to finish with the top goal scorer and a Premier League title at the end of the year.
Part of me would like to
Possibly.
think. Part of me would like to think that he is human and that actually he will struggle.
Yeah.
So like he'll like find this system where he's got because they'll just go like, no, don't touch the ball. We'll put the ball in the box and you finish it. But like maybe like part of me likes to think, and it's just the optimist that like he is a bit human and he will find it a bit difficult to fit into Pep Guardiola's system. But I'm also
He's
very
not.
much with
He's
you. It's just
Zlatan.
not gonna happen.
He's Zlatan on steroids. It's the thought of
No,
But Zlatan
I
and
am-
Pep Guardiola fell out because he wasn't willing to do Pep Guardiola stuff.
Olling's different.
I'm
I
willing
agree.
to concede the closer it gets to the Premier League season, the more I think he probably will do
Those
really
pre-season
well.
games are
But
disgusting.
But I also know the track record of Haaland,
Yeah.
and it's like scores 4 goals a game, out for the next 3 games, scores 6 over the next 2.
I told you, City
and
have some dodgy thing where they don't.
maybe the City injections are what keep him through, but like
And they've just got Alvarez sitting there as well, who's also like ridiculous.
no, yeah, I think
And
it's-
who
I
are
think
they
he's gonna
signing?
be
They
sick.
got 2 other new players they're signing as well.
They're linked
Cucurella
with
might be on his way.
Yeah,
Calvin
Cucurella
Phillips.
and
Calvin
Calvin
Phillips
Phillips.
and Cucurella. I'm sorry, City. You are taking the piss.
And then they went, let's just buy Palermo.
Yeah, this is
They're taking a
club.
piss. They're overpowered.
Oh,
I agree.
I think Haaland, Haaland, whatever.
You know who you should have this conversation with? Kieran. Kieran Carlin will
It's true.
absolutely
Yeah, we're getting
eat
on.
this up. He
Yeah.
will eat this up.
But he will be in my FPL, I reckon.
Oh, 100%. And it's going
No
to cost
shit,
so
Sherlock.
much money.
Yeah.
Oh,
big
he's
shock.
He's captain.
Big shock.
Captain every week. Be like 150% different.
Him and Salah, and then the rest of money can just go on absolute
Shit,
average
it's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need. We touched on it briefly. I'll just briefly mention the Barcelona situation.
Yeah.
Obviously, you said they sold 49.9% of their merchandise and licensing rights.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
So basically, short term it means they can sign players. Long term it means like then, from what I've read, it means for every €1 they spend now, they essentially have to pay back eventually, or like give, or like they're losing out on
like a
€4
sort of loan,
eventually.
really.
Yeah, and also this is a club, right, that was like had a proper like moral about them and like refused to sell a sponsor on the shirt because they wanted to give it to UNICEF and all this stuff, and now they're like doing this, like it's got really bad.
Sold the
It's
soul.
got really bad, essentially.
They've also
Essentially.
voted
They
to
kinda
sell
had to.
25% of their La Liga television rights for the next 25 years.
Yeah,
There's a mortgage.
yeah. But
literally
again,
a-
it's like short term. It's short term. It helps them out now, but long term, like they've got to still sort it out.
Yeah, it's to raise funds for the transfer window. And they are still in the same position as last summer in regards to La Liga wage cap.
Yeah, so they supposedly owe, from what I remember, supposedly they owe Gerard Piqué 80 million.
Jesus, really?
Last year they went to Piqué, can you and the captains, because like Sergio Roberto and like someone else was considered, Jordi Alba were considered like the captains of the squad, and they were like, can you drop your salary and we'll just pay it to you over time eventually, like, when you retire.
Well, Piqué ain't getting no money now. He's getting shifted out of the club.
I mean. Yeah, it's especially after the Shakira stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine cheating on Shakira and then Xavi goes, don't like that, you're out. He's had a stinker. He had a great week. Overlap came across brilliantly. Overlap.
He did.
What a poor timing that was. You fucked it, Gerard.
Yeah.
And he lost Shakira. But yeah, I'm reading here as well. If they do sign someone this summer, they can't actually play for them.
Again,
the
it's
wage
like
cap.
registering. Yeah, it's like they basically got to sort out. There's so much to it, and it's like football sometimes getting into such like finances stuff where I'm just like, I didn't sign up for this. This wasn't what I was. I'd like to
Business
talk
and
about
politics,
it.
mate.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
didn't sign up for this. But yeah, they're in trouble.
Obviously, Qatar this year, but
Yeah.
in 2026, it is in Canada, America, and Mexico. I'm actually really looking forward to that World Cup.
I'm going to try and get as many brand deals as possible for that one.
Well, you probably will, because it is America and they love
Exactly.
brand deals, and every single stadium is a branded stadium.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, mate. So you got the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, which
Nice.
I've been to.
Unreal.
Belter.
Yeah.
Gillette Stadium in Boston, AT&T in Dallas, Estadio Akron in Guadalajara, NRG, I'm guessing that's a brand in Houston, Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas, SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. SoFi is, I believe, is actually renamed. It was the thingy, the big famous one. I can't remember.
Nice.
The Mexico City though, Estadio Azteca. Oh, that's gonna be a popper. Hard Rock Stadium, Miami.
Yeah.
Estadio BBVA, Monterrey, Canada, I think. New York, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, being there, very cool. Philadelphia got the Lincoln Financial Field. San Francisco Bay got the Levi Stadium. Seattle got Newman. Newman. Toronto, BMO.
Wait, Newman, which one is it?
Lumen Field.
Okay.
Vancouver, the BC Place, man. That's going to be quality. That's
Yeah.
actually going to be quality. Looking forward to that.
And we'll win it then as well.
We will.
We'll win it this year, and then we'll win it in 4 years' time, and win the Euros in between that.
Do you really think we'll win it this year?
I go a little bit. I like to think I'm quite calm-headed, but with England, I just let myself go. I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
we'll win it. I really enjoy, and also it's just like a time where like, you know, everyone's in it together. Like, I absolutely adore that. Like, you're walking on the streets after an England game where we've beaten like Sweden just about, and everyone's just like, go on, everyone's
Yeah.
loving it, singing 3 lines on our shirt.
Tell you
and
what,
all of
England
it.
is England. We've got England, America, Wales, Iran.
Yeah,
Wales, fucking hell, that's gonna be a popper. Oh, that's gonna be a
absolute
popper.
group of death, like literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a big game. Wales is going to be huge. Like USA is going to be huge. USA is going to be massive.
They got a really good team, USA.
They are. They're up and down though. They're up and down. USA. Like obviously, again, and if Pulisic, who's their like star man, can really like develop onto it, like it'd be fun. That would be fantastic for them. But England have such a good team. Like it's such a talented team, and again, players are coming through every single year who are just impressing you more and more. And the guys that were impressing you the season before are like a couple more years older and more experienced and understand this stuff. So yeah, I'll be really, really interested. I'll be like looking forward to seeing Phil Foden, because I actually thought we didn't really see that much of Phil Foden in the Euros.
Yeah.
And so seeing him come in, like seeing Bellingham as well, like a senior, like a proper figurehead of England. Like to maybe see Tomori too, like in that squad. And so I'm very, very excited. I think we can go all the way. There are also some really good other teams.
Yes. Shall we do a super early top goal scorer, Golden Glove winner, dark horse thing?
Okay.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, here's mine.
All right.
Top goal scorer.
That took all of 2.5 seconds.
Top goal scorer, Kylian Mbappe.
Fair enough.
It'll be England, France in the final.
Okay.
England will win.
Love it.
We can't. I don't think.
I don't
we?
care.
Can we?
I don't know.
I'll make it
pretty
work.
sure-
Looked at
Doesn't
it.
matter. We'll make it
All
work.
right.
We'll change the format.
There must be,
maybe.
because it all depends if you finish first or second. and
Yeah.
then that's
Okay,
how
yeah,
you
there can be slight.
Yeah.
I think Mbappe will be the top goal scorer.
I think we do meet them on our side of the bracket though. Before.
Oh, well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
Okay, I didn't
quarter
know
final we meet France if we both come
I
first.
think
in the
Golden Glove will give it to Pickford.
Nice.
that. He's unbelievable for England.
Yeah,
He's always
exactly.
unbelievable for England.
Dark horse will be. Portugal. Portugal.
Can they be
Portugal
considered-
dark horse?
Can
Well,
they be
I don't know if
considered a dark horse?
Well,
Like,
I'd surely like.
you're just getting the entire list of teams up there.
Yeah.
Is Denmark in there? Denmark's normally an easy one to just say they'll be dark horse.
Yeah.
They always do pretty well. Mexico, they're always dark horses.
Qatar.
Fucking hell.
No chance.
reckon-
Denmark. That's a good shout. Are they dark horse? They did fantastic in the Euros.
Yeah, they're dark horses.
Yeah, but you'd never back them to win it.
And there you go.
That's the kind of.
That's it. Goal scorer, top goal scorer.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Harry Kane. He won the last one.
And if he can,
Golden Boot last
if he
World
can
Cup.
start as well and not wait until the knockout stages, because he
Yeah.
didn't do so well in the groups. Like if he can start early, it'll be brilliant for us.
I've got to back England for the win.
And then Golden Glove.
Golden Glove will be.
Lucky.
Not the Italians.
No, it won't be.
Sorry, giggly angly Donnarumma.
Neuer.
Yeah, fair
He
enough.
probably might even start.
Germany will be really good, man.
Yeah,
I think
they
Germany
will.
will be really good.
Wait, who's not going to play? Surely he's going to play. It
Probably-
might
he
be
probably will,
his
but
last
he's-
World Cup,
yeah,
right?
It'll probably be
as
his
well,
last
remember?
World Cup.
So
Harry Kane.
You think Germany are going to do quite well then if they're to win Golden Glove?
Relatively.
Okay, interesting.
But you can't put them as a dark horse.
No, you
because
can't.
they're.
Who's your dark horse? Sorry.
My dark horse is. Senegal.
Oh,
It's a huge shout.
I like that
Are they
shout.
dark horse though when they won AFCON?
Yeah, any
what,
African
from
team-
a-
any African
come on,
team's a
man. They're
dark
from
horse,
Africa.
man.
Like
Any team's
they're
a
not
dark
expected
horse.
to even make knockouts, are they?
They
Really?
are a fantastic team. Anyways,
Senegal's a great shout. I'm nicking that for my dark horse.
Okay.
I'm nicking
Well,
that.
later on in the
dark
year
horse?
when
Definitely. When all of these are coming up, yeah, these guys. Yeah, you know who I've been thinking about? Senegal. Like I really like it. Yeah, Senegal. I'll go with. I think maybe America might be fun.
Yeah.
for sure.
Or even Wales. You just never know with them.
Yeah,
who's your top goal scorer?
it's either between Harry Kane or Kylian Mbappe. Like if England are going to go far, then it's going to have to be Harry Kane. Obviously, Raheem Sterling was pretty good for us in the
Yeah, he
Euros,
was.
to be fair. But Harry Kane, Golden Glove, I'll go with Edouard Mendy. Then it's how they link up. Then it's how they link up.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah, but I think they'll just get popped a lot of.
Who's in the group? Senegal. If we can have a quick look.
I don't know. I don't think they're in necessarily a tough one though, because maybe they are.
Senegal have Qatar,
Yeah.
Ecuador, and the Netherlands.
Oh my god, that's an unreal group for them.
Yeah. But they did. Surely they were quite a high seed, like going into.
Yeah, they would have been. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they in the qualifications. Yeah, no Algeria, my beloved Africans, they got destroyed.
Cameroon have Cameroon. Then I think of Cameroon and I think Eto's still playing, but he's not. He's not still
Yeah,
playing.
Joel Matip. He's Cameroonian, right?
Yeah.
Last I remember, Matip, he's not played for Cameroon for a long time.
Okay, well, his nation on FIFA is Cameroon.
Yeah.
So it makes it like. But have you ever heard him talk? He's got the strongest German accent in
Oh really?
football.
Is he like half German? Is he?
Well, I must. It
A
must be
few of
because
them
he's
are like
grown
that,
up
though.
there.
Like
Yeah.
Rudiger's not Senegalese. He is Sierra Leone.
Really.
Rudiger's Sierra Leone. Yeah.
But yeah, he's got
Sane's on
some
there.
mad German accent. Like when he did a video with Joe and Van Dijk, and it was like listing things, and I was like, I can't believe this guy has. He's like the.
Probably grew up.
It's
in- I
like
bet he
it's like
grew
the
up in
zombies,
Germany
like
or
COD
something.
zombies, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally.
Are you done your list? Is that your fun list?
Yeah.
And then who's to win?
Who's to England? England. Got
Come on.
to back it.
Speaking of competitions, we have our very own competition.
Oh no, whiteboard though.
No whiteboard.
Oh.
No, you know who stole the whiteboard, don't you?
Oh, have they?
Bloody GK Barry.
Oh, bloody hell.
Honestly, she stole our pen. She ruined our microphones. She stole our whiteboard.
Yeah.
What's next?
What is next? Who knows? We'll have to find out in the next instalment of Pitchside. But question number 1 of the quiz. If you want to play along, by the way, leave your comments in the comment section down below. 5 questions.
I'm not good at quizzes.
I say average is 3.
Yeah, but you
Boovy got
pretty,
5.
pretty solid ball knowledge though.
Boovy got 5.
To a degree. If it goes before 2012, I've got no chance.
Okay.
Here we go. Question number 1, please.
Question number 1, this is one for Zach. Who was Chelsea's top goal scorer in all competitions this season?
It's Romelu Lukaku, I think.
Surely not.
Yeah,
is
Mason Mount was top in Prem.
Kai?
Kai got like 20 goals and assists in all competitions, but I think it's Lukaku in all comps.
It is Lukaku.
Nice.
Really? I thought he had a rotter.
Well, it did, but nobody in Chelsea
But also,
scored goals.
I think you tell, Mason Mount got like 11, 10 Premier League goals.
Well, about halfway
The year
through
before-
about halfway through the season, your top goal scorers were Ben Chilwell and Reece James.
yeah, literally.
Wait, so what was Lukaku's stats?
Lukaku got 15 in all comps.
Yeah,
Goals and assists?
No.
Just goals.
just goals, yeah. Got a couple in the Club World Cup as well.
He peppered people in the FA Cup, didn't he? So.
Yeah. He only got was it like 5 Premier League goals?
It was 8.
8. Oh god! Like Mason Mount got I think like 10, so he was our top Premier League one. But yeah, rough up top for Chelsea.
1 out of 1. Question number 2.
Where are they coming from next year? Sorry.
Kai Havertz, baby. Yeah, play Kai Havertz through the middle, and the boy will eventually become the best for us. I really believe it.
He's not a proper. Well, he's like a converted number 9, so he technically doesn't fit the curse.
But I don't know exactly. Precisely,
Yeah.
that's the thinking, and also just like he's talented. He's super talented. He can like really become like something special.
We watched him score a chip goal at Union Berlin, didn't we?
What for Leverkusen?
Of course we did.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
He scored a chip. Do you not remember? We
Yeah,
were
I
like, this
do.
guy's sick, man.
Yeah. We actually scouted him. We told him.
Yeah,
you sent the messages.
Yeah.
Tommy T.
Ready?
Question number 2. 6 players got 10 or more assists in the Premier League this season. Can you name 5 of them?
10 or more assists.
10 or more actual assists, not like
this,
FPL
this is for
assists.
Zach. This is for Zach.
Okay.
This is me. All of it. Oh, I thought this. Okay,
We like to
okay,
play
okay.
along, but-
Okay. So say the question once more, please.
6 players got 10 or more assists in the Premier League this season. Can you name 5?
Can you name 5 of them? Mason Mount. So can I only get one wrong, basically?
Yeah.
I'll give you one wrong, yeah.
Oh, fucking. Surely.
So
Kevin De
think
Bruyne.
obvious, man.
Surely.
Yeah, let's
Kevin De
go.
Bruyne. Mohamed Salah. Kevin De Bruyne.
No.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Kevin De Bruyne didn't get more than
Yeah, I know
10
it.
assists.
He got 8.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah. There you go.
Robertson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more.
I know. I think I know who it is.
Okay. Harry Kane.
No.
No.
Is it Son?
No.
Is it Jared Bowen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jared Bowen and Harvey Barnes were the other 2 you didn't.
Oh, nowhere near going near Harvey Barnes, but fair play.
Oh my
I remember
God.
like Harry Kane in the beginning of the season, like basically playing centre mid.
He got 9.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Fair play.
No KDB though. That's pretty mental.
Yeah.
I had
He
a
was
feeling
busy
he didn't.
scoring goals.
I had a
It's true.
feeling he didn't, but yeah.
So 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2.
Next question.
That was a
Number
pretty
3.
good one.
Yeah, enjoy this.
Question number 3. Who has a better goals per game ratio in the Premier League throughout their career? Harry Kane or Mohamed Salah?
What did you say earlier? You said goals to game.
Goals per game, not.
No, you said goals and assists, didn't you?
Yeah, I said non-penalty goals and assists
Okay.
per 90.
Surely
That's
this
not
is
the
a
same
lump
stat. It's not the
guess,
same
isn't it?
stat.
Oh no. So is it Mohamed? I was about to say, is it Mohamed Salah or is it Harry Kane? Obviously. Let's go
It's 50-50, mate.
with Mohamed Salah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Fuck. You went for the winger, not the striker.
Damn it. Yeah, not much to say than that. I
One
mean,
out of
probably
3.
you're right. Should have probably backed the striker over the winger.
Okay, number 4. 2 of the Premier League's biggest flops are leaving this summer: Danny Drinkwater and Paul Pogba. What costs more, Danny Drinkwater's price per appearance or Pogba's price per goal contribution?
Oh,
Are these the standard of the questions normally?
kind of.
Wait,
but
are you
not-
making these up?
God.
This is sick.
Oh my
I wrote
god.
them out earlier.
Wow.
Good
Per
questions.
appearance.
Danny
Per,
Drinkwater per appearance. or
and Danny
Pogba
Drinkwater cost Chelsea about 30 million.
30 mil, it was, wasn't it?
He,
Or
he's
Paul
played
Pogba
all
per-
comps.
All comps.
Oh, surely he's played at least 30 games.
So that would be 1 mil per.
Yeah,
And you think Pogba's come up with 80 goal
Yeah,
contributions?
exactly, he hasn't. That's what I mean. Goal contributions.
Goal contributions, goals and assists.
Oh, he might be close to that.
You reckon what in total at United? he's come
Let's
to
go
80?
Paul Pogba. It's Danny Drinkwater, isn't
Danny
it?
Drinkwater.
It had to be.
What have you got the stats?
It had to.
Drinkwater cost 1.52 million.
He didn't play 30
Played
games.
23, I believe.
Even counting the under 23 games that he played.
No. Oh, he got sent off on.
Yeah, he did. Oh, this is a horrible show.
And what's Pogba?
Pogba is 1.33 million.
Oh, these
Are they close then?
Oh my goodness me.
1.33 mil per goal contribution. That's pretty mad, to be fair. Cost United
Should've
$1 million a
backed-
goal
Should have backed Chelsea.
involvement.
assist.
Yeah, not even a goal. But FPL assists, got quite a few of them.
What, winning pens?
Yeah, well,
1
yeah.
out of 4.
Or deflected
He did
shots.
win it, yeah, true. 1 out of 4, God. Well, got to get these 2 to at least be average.
You can all get involved in this because I think this is quite difficult. I have got a bonus.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm struggling, but the first 3 clues are it's in who am I? I've played for 8 different clubs, but none of them were in the same country. I've been club teammates with Cristiano Ronaldo, Robert Lewandowski, and Fabian Delph. and I have 6 World Cup goals, but my country didn't qualify for Qatar.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
What?
So Robert Lewandowski.
I think I know who it is. I think I know what nationality they are.
I think I've got it.
Well, hey, keep it in.
All right. I don't know when he played with Robert. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think I've got it.
Okay. Does this count internationals? Like, has he played these players through internationals?
All of those 3 players were club teams.
Yes.
Club level. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, you whisper to him what you think it is.
I know. I wish he did. I wish it did. Where's the nationality?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I was wrong last week.
Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Ronaldo, and who's the other player?
Fabian Delph.
He ain't got 6 World Cup
Fabian
goals.
Delph.
But it's not what.
So he must have come.
How many 6 World Cup goals?
6 World Cup
Oh,
goals.
actual World Cup. Oh, yeah, you're right. He hasn't got 6 World Cup.
A
goals.
forward that have played
thought it
for
was like qualifiers.
Everton, City, Villa,
But may not be Everton. All right.
and also played at Dortmund or Bayern Munich because I don't know the Polish club to save my life. So who's
it's not
played?
No.
Oh my god,
A
this
little
is
bit behind the time, I think.
fucking no. I haven't even got a Scooby. I haven't got. Who are you going to say? I'll say that.
Oh, I'm way wrong because it was
he
6
is,
World Cup
he
goals.
is.
I originally thought Moise Kean, but he's too young for that.
I might throw Del Piero in with a shout.
I'm thinking Italian.
But then when did Delph go abroad?
No.
Dortmund or Bayern Munich?
You just got to find that link between Dortmund and Bayern. This is difficult.
We think
I can't
Italian.
even
We
think
think
it's-
Italian.
What played with Ronaldo at Juve?
Potentially, but I mean, like he specifically said didn't qualify for the World Cup, but they've scored World Cup goals.
That's great.
So,
thinking. Okay.
so they've got to be a team that scores in the World Cup.
That's
but
why I
obviously
think
isn't-
Italian.
Yeah.
Chiesa's not gone to Dortmund or Lewandowski, but he's got. Okay. Which player in the Juve team played in Bayern Munich? Or
You think
Dortmund?
6 goals? You've got to be an attacker, right?
Exactly. I always haven't got a Scooby, bro.
Can we get the bonus thing?
The bonus is I share my first name with a current Liverpool midfielder.
What?
Naby, Alex,
Thiago.
Thiago, Jordan.
Fabinho's not a first name, is it?
This is difficult, bro. Jesus Christ. I
I
can't even think of a player. Like, even
Thiago,
rough
someone? Is there a
idea.
Thiago?
With the first team midfielder,
Yeah.
starting 11.
No.
You haven't said him.
Ah,
But you do know him.
We haven't
so
said
it's like,
them.
it could be like Harvey Elliott or
Harvey Elliott. Who's another midfielder that plays them? This is what I hate. Is when like if it was like a normal day, but when it's under the lights, it's just so much tougher.
Yeah.
Like it's so much tougher. I would. Oh, fucking not a clue, bro. I can't get. I legitimately can't do it again.
Can we look for the Liverpool team?
Yeah.
Oh, we can. That is an elite.
it's a good one. Tasty.
Played with Ronaldo. That's played for Juve. That's played at Dortmund and.
If you want, before you look to the Liverpool team, I can tell you which clubs they played at.
Yes.
Okay.
Defo.
So they played at Real Madrid with Cristiano Ronaldo,
Real Madrid, Ronaldo.
Bayern Munich with Lewandowski, and Everton with Fabian Delph.
James Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh, Colombia. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 World Cup goals.
Yeah, 6 World Cup goals. One of them, an absolute peach off the like spins round.
You know,
That
we
was a golden-
got stuck on Italia.
Yeah, we said the
Tough
wrong
as well. He's also played for a fuck ton of clubs as well. Happens.
And
That's
all
so
in different,
obvious.
different
Yeah.
countries.
Oh
All-
shit, that's
yeah,
actually
indeed,
so obvious.
indeed.
Just picked the wrong nation. If you'd have said Colombia straight away,
Yeah,
you
you do it
only
easy,
go
you
James
do it
Rodriguez,
easy,
don't
yeah.
you?
I hate this. Who am I? Have always screwed me mind.
2 out of 5. That was a tough one.
2 out of 5. Oh god. Well, put that on the leaderboard. Have you got the leaderboard? Who's at the
yeah,
top?
it's over.
Booby
had 5.
I think
course he
you
did.
went last.
I'll take it.
No, someone
it's a
definitely-
record somewhere.
There's a few that got one. There's a few that.
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
so. I
What
don't
did
know.
Harry get?
Freezy got one. Ben Foster got one. So
Which Harry?
Roadshaw.
2,
3?
maybe 2. Oh, maybe.
Oh,
we
he's
have no
done me in.
reference.
Done me in. What did Rory get? High.
4, I
Yeah,
think.
of course he did. Of
course, I
of
know.
course he did. God, loser.
On that note, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, lads. Much appreciated. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I've really enjoyed this one.
If you've got any spare time as well, you can hop on a Chelsea Live with us.
Happily. Yeah, happily.
When the season starts.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot of tears.
What is it? 71 days, I think.
I don't know.
51 days, I think.
No idea.
Oh, I don't
We
know.
August.
would
August.
currently be in the middle of the World Cup.
Don't even imagine.
Yes.
Imagine the scene in 33-degree weather. Oopa.
Yeah,
I'm
Hyde Park would be
excited.
cool. I'm excited for the. I'm excited for the winter.
I'm excited for the change.
Really?
the
I'm
winter
finding it a
one.
bit-
Yeah.
Nah, you'll
the
love
idea
it.
of
We'll
having
get
like
inside
a-
a pub.
What else have you got to do in winter?
No, I know, but it's just the idea of like in a coat, like in the summer when you're in a beer garden, the
Yeah.
sun's
But it'd be
on
different
you.
vibes. It'll be
You can't
inside
chuck
the
a
pub.
beer everywhere in a pub, can you?
Yeah,
Like,
you can. Been there. Yeah, you can. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on. Closing on 100k. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And Zach, will all your stuff be in the link to the description down below.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.